Hello and welcome back to the show. Today we are talking with Robert Trejo, who is the founder and managing partner of Coas Financial. Now, Robert, we've been talking about a lot of stuff. Fiduciary, your firm, what you bring to the table, which is awesome. I want to talk about the educational element and the focus that Coas Financial has there. Don't want to embarrass you, but one, you are a member of the Society of Financial Awareness.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness has been a great partner of ours. It's a nonprofit 501(c) whose mission statement is educating communities, one community at a time. Financial awareness and financial education is a big part. I mean, at the end of the day, we truly feel that clients do have the ability to manage their own portfolios. And it's very rare that you hear firms say that, but I do believe that it's possible. And every client has the ability to do that if they so desire. But it starts with the educational component. So our partnership with the Society for Financial Awareness basically has us doing financial workshops across the country, educating people on topics that are generally underserviced, specifically taxes, retirement income, and Social Security.
It's funny that you say that they're underserviced because those three things, taxes, Social Security, and
income.
And income, thank you, and income. That those three things are something that affect everybody. That's about as universal as you could get.
You're right on it. I mean, the reality is that's what led us to Coas Financial, is finding the need. It's strange that need exists, but the need to educate clients in those underserviced aspects is tremendous. Most people do not have the answers to questions out there, and those resources are not readily available. Social Security is probably the biggest component of that.
Yeah, now with Social Security, I understand that you have a designation.
Yes.
That is a very rare and very lofty designation. Tell us what that is.
That is the National Social Security Advisor, the NSSA designation, which is the highest accredited credential that you can receive in the Social Security field. It's again almost a tragedy that is the case, but amongst the millions and millions of financial advisors out there, there's less than 2,000 accredited Social Security advisors.
That is astounding.
It's remarkable, and which is the partnership with Society for Financial Awareness. They promote us with that designation to help the community better understand Social Security. That is definitely the most underserviced aspect of financial planning. Most clients have a lot of questions that they've never received answers for. The Social Security Administration themselves is overwhelmed by the amount of people that they are trying to service and cannot provide the resources necessary to get those answers to clients.
You know, speaking of that, I'm going to embarrass you now. In a good way, though. You've got an article that's out on Kiplinger's, and you can get this. This is on your website as well, coasfinancial.com, and we'll put that up on the screen so folks can get there. But you've got a great article that was in Kiplinger's on Social Security, which I love that you have this out there. And then on top of that, I've got one here, and you can get a copy of this, 10 Steps to a Successful Retirement. This is on your website as well.
Yes.
So the commitment to education and helping people understand what they have, whether they're clients or not, because this is something anyone can just go out and get,
Absolutely.
Right? That is awesome. So in the workshops that you do, are there any key hot topics that come up in particular when it comes to Social Security? How important is Social Security planning anyway?
It is probably the most important thing. In any client that comes in our firm, the first thing we want to do is a comprehensive Social Security analysis. Whether or not they were even expecting Social Security to be a big part of their retirement window, the fact is over 60% of people will count Social Security as their largest source of retirement income.
Gosh.
And when we start building an income plan, we feel that it is impossible to talk about income planning without first addressing Social Security. It is one of the guaranteed income streams that everybody has available to them. And when we talk about planning for income, we plan for solving for the gap, is what we call it. That is taking our guaranteed income sources, Social Security being the first and foremost, and we compare that to our spending needs in retirement. That shortfall between our spending and our guaranteed income is the gap.
Right.
And then and only then can we start doing an income plan to solve for that gap? But without first maximizing our Social Security benefits and knowing that there's different options for different people based on whether they were born prior to 1954 and they have access to restricted applications, or born prior to that and they're talking about spousal benefits, survivor benefits, children's benefits. Knowing that we've maximized every aspect of our Social Security is the first step in an income plan.
That's fascinating, because there are so many folks that I think the perception is that well, you get to, are you going to take it at 62 or 65, 66 and 67? And that's the only decision you need to make.
Or 70, right.
Yeah.
And it's very, very often the case that less than 2% of people actually maximize their Social Security. There's money always left on the table. And we need to make sure that we've addressed that. Unfortunately, though, most advisors will tell them, whatever that statement says, that's what we're going to do. And when you get to 66 or 67 at full retirement age, we'll just file there. But there's a lot of different options between that, and they affect people differently. But I think we cannot start an income plan or start any type of planning until we've addressed Social Security first and foremost.
It's fascinating that something so fundamental that everybody assumes is just such a yes/no kind of decision is so detailed and so key.
So key, and even the statement that you receive in the mail these days, the key word that you need to look at is the word about. Because that's what the statement says. Your benefit will be about X number of dollars. But that about is what we cannot, in a financial plan, we need to eliminate the about.
Yeah.
We need to be precise in exactly what we can expect and build from there. But at this point in one's life, when we're looking from accumulation to distribution, there's no more abouts, there's no more maybes, there's no more guessing.
It's time for certainty.
It's time for certainty.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Again, so we're at the end of this segment. We're running out of time with this segment, but we're going to come back. And one of the things in talking to you that you had mentioned was that at Coas Financial, you take the time to get it right. And I want to talk about the rest of the steps in working with a plan with a client. So that's coming up on Right of the Money. More with Robert, and we're going to talk about taking the time to get it right. We'll be right back.